in their history with it. Flip side, back at Katowice qualifier. One of the things they do better is Hiko being more forward on that A site, but I actually think this was the better of the two random maps for NiP.
Well, we're getting straight into this one right now. It looks like NiP going towards that B bomb site. They have invested in 4 sets of armor. Freiburg dropping a P250 for Forest as well. The pistol master, but Adren opens it up, takes down Freiburg. He was towards top and middle as well, and now it's going to be a 4-on-5. NiP are still towards those B apartments, just kind of lying in wait now. NiP players going to be busting in any second.
And there's two waiting already. One of them up close is Fugly playing in this cubby. It's often checked. We'll see if NiP are going to look their way. And they've already rotated over because look at the mid push. They've got Elige all the way back down the catwalk. He's scouted everything off of A. They've had no noise or information. In fact, he's hearing them go back out of the B apartment, so he's going to meet them at the top of middle toward the horseshoe. As we see now on your screen, and he does spot them. Now they know he's there. He's in a bit of trouble, but he does have this read. Again, he's locking 2 players down, so even if he doesn't pick up this duel, which he may yet do considering the HP of 2 NiP players, he's going to give his team a great chance to get a positional read.
A little bit apprehensive from NiP there, get taken down. Freiburg supposed to be the distraction towards the top of middle, unable to do anything. Adren ripped his head off now, and now you can see they're making their way towards T-spawn. CT's got so much positional control though. Elige to the top of middle, spotted the T's there, means they have to go all the way around. They've got 2 players in B still. I'm not really sure what NiP can do to even get a bomb down in this situation. 30 seconds remain. Exist going towards Palace now as well. Alu just holding towards the top of mid as well, so it's going to become quite clear what's coming towards Liquid right now.
Yeah, they did kind of lose the read a little bit because Elige didn't spot the bomb going back over, so they have rotated in anticipation. He didn't see them going back toward underpass, so they've got it right, but there was a moment when, like you said, there was a chance to get a bomb down, which would have been a big thing just to get at the early buy potentially on round number 3, because this one is surely going to go Liquid's way. Hiko spots up Alu, the last man remaining, takes him down to the 5 HP, and Nitro will close it out, so it's going to be a solid start for TL on CT, which is, I mean, that's what you want in Mirage.
Absolutely. It's a great start for Liquid. We said this game was going to have a huge storyline going forward. Whoever loses this game is going out of the tournament. Great start there. Adren opening it up. Like I said before, Freiburg was at the top of middle, trying to cause some distraction, get some information, see if he could find the CT aggression, but he got his head cleanly ripped off there. But NiP looks like they will be force buying into this. Alu going to be saving his cash along with Freiburg as well. Just going to have P250s. They have got some decent utility as well, and this is kind of classic right now. You go into a full A execution with the smoke just with the objective to get the bomb down now. Here they go.
And Elige is actually the one playing forward this time. It's not going to be Hiko in this situation, but with the SMG, he's managed only one. Forrest gets him back, so there's a gun in wait towards Shadow, but will they even get that far? They're getting lined up right now. Hiko and Adren to take down Alu. And as they cross over, though, Exist manages to collect 2 in return, so now they will be able to pick up at least the FAMAS. Freiburg's got it, and again, there is a UMP sitting underneath Shadow if they decide to go back for it. So far, Exist is just going to keep his eyes focused toward Nitro on CT just to make sure his teammate's safe. He'll shuffle over now and also catch out Fugly, but they line up that P90. Does decent damage to the front player. It also distracts long enough that Nitro will drop the bomb off of Freiburg. And although it looks promising, Exist with 14 can do nothing. And it'll go 2-0 for Team Liquid.
Yeah, really nice work from Exist there. Get to 2 headshots on the bomb site. I feel like Freiburg could have got the bomb down. Like I said, the main objective of that round is just get that extra cash injection when it seemed like there were a little bit of peril there. This is the replay on your screen right now. Exist. Fantastic work from him. Unable to translate it into anything of any worth, really, considering they didn't get the bomb plant. It did do some damage to the CT economy, but you can see them getting 4 rifles here. It's going to be Elige. Still on that UMP. And he should be absolutely fine. It's going to be pretty much a full eco here. Just some P250 sport for NiP, making their way towards underpass and B apartments right now. Once again, 1 player towards the top of the middle. It's going to be Alu with a Glock. He's going to be bringing out the AWP next round. You would assume so, considering his buy this round and last.
Alu going to show his face toward middle. Doesn't really pay a price for it, but his teammates will as they walk into a crossfire from B. Nitro still waiting at bench as well, taken down by Forrest in the end when he landed. Animation threw me off there. I didn't even think Forrest was looking toward him, so good reactionary shot. Bomb plant as well. That's going to benefit NiP moving into round 3. Give them a lot more to work with in terms of utilities, but in the end, it is going to be Liquid picking up the 3rd round as expected.
Yes, that round actually going better for them than the force buy did. Like, although they didn't get in many kills, they get a bomb down. That's extra $800 per player, and it means they get this nice injection. And like I said, you would assume Alu now does have the money to get the AWP. But the thing is for Liquid, this is where I expect them to do something aggressive. I'd like to see them being pushing up middle, getting into underpass. They know the AWP is coming. They want to try and find that first frag, rattle NiP a little bit, and then fall back. That's what I want to see from Liquid. Keep things aggressive, take the games from NiP. That's what they need to do. They can't allow NiP to work picks here. There we go, Elige going in.
Well, this is where it gets interesting when this mid pressure comes in from NiP. It's more of a stack toward the front of A. Look how aggressive that Liquid's being right now.
Yeah,
and if this doesn't pay off, they'll walk to the A site because they'll get the read that they're that far forward, and the 3 players in mid will simply walk through connector. But it is going to be Liquid to get that first kill. Exist goes down. That's very, very crucial to holding this round, because now they go a little bit more passive. They put more pressure at the top of that connection point, and the split that NiP were looking to do initially falls apart. They've got to look for alternative routes, and as such, it's going to be Catwalk. Fugly, the one to wait. Nitro's managed to get back up on ladder room. Forrest is going to take Fugly, and now Nitro's stuck inside. He's got to get out and makes the right call. That allows Adren to come over. Forrest actually doubled up to find Elige as well. He's given his team a great chance to pick up their first round on the first gun, as the flash comes through, and that will give Nitro the read that they have walked into that ladder room, that they've taken over his previous territory. Not only that, he's locked in position as well by the flames behind. And NiP are just swarming on him. 3 players in a triangulate fashion to try and get Nitro out of this corner, and they've managed to take down Adren, who came over to help him. Now he just has to find this shot. Looks like Get Right will. Hiko manages to get Alu beforehand, but that brings it back to Hiko in a 1-on-2. Flash goes over the top of the wall. That blinds him up partially. Ultimately made no effect in the kill in the end, but Freiburg gets it nonetheless.
Yeah, Liquid going for that aggression as predicted, going into the lower ramp towards A there. They get that first pick, but it's just not quite enough. Forrest stepping up here towards the ladder room, gets 2 frags, takes down Fugly first and then Elige, and that's where the round kind of fell apart. They actually had a lot more opportunities to get into B. Liquid had no control of that whatsoever, but obviously bought their time, got the frags they required, and that's the first gun round going in NiP's favor. You can see Liquid's money's not too badly affected. Adren will be picking up the AWP this time, which is kind of interesting, really, because 2 players do all about 3K. So this is a big investment, a slight risk for them, considering this is CT side. So Elige picking up that UMP. Which way is Nitro going to go with this one? I'd assume maybe a 5-7 for him. Hiko could drop a Famous potentially and have a slightly lesser buy on his side, but let's see how this one unfolds.
And Fugly, as always, this is a guy we don't often talk about when we look at Liquid's lineup. We talk about the Hiko, we talk about Nitro and Elige, and how they've got such great aim potential, but it's Fugly that sits on CT for them is more reliable in a lot of ways for me. I mean, he's very consistent on a CT side. Again, Cash, we talked about if it had gone to that map.
Sure.
Nitro inside the A site, yes, he's a force to be reckoned with, but Fugly as well is one of the best cash defensive players in North America.
So this round all comes down to Adren. They've got 2 SMG players, they've got 2 options here. They go straight for the aggression again, try and find that first frag, or Adren needs to go big. It looks like NiP are going for yet another set piece onto A. Smokes down, wall of smokes, get the bomb down, force a post-one situation, but there it is. Elige goes into the UMP, Exist takes him down, now it opens the window for NiP to get into the bomb site. Nitro replies, but now you should assume that NiP should be able to take over this bomb site.
Hiko has to step behind that box, and the slight gap in the smoke allows Exist to find Adren. It has to be Hiko to close this out. He only manages 1. Exist gets right back into him with the AK, and NiP, they've got the site to contend with. And the guns will drop. They will not survive into yet another round. Liquid will be forced here, and this should make it 3-3 right away.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really big round for NiP to win. In the context of the economy of the game, they went for the force buy. Like I said, Adren had to go big. All the guys had to go aggressive onto lower ramp. They went for the aggression, and getting locked down by Exist there. He found the frags this time. He was too aware of what was going on. UMPs did not prevail, and that's a great shot from him to take down the sniper as well on your screen. Fantastic play from him. He's having a good game so far. That's going to put Liquid onto pretty much full eco here. They've got some upgraded pistols, a 5.7 and P250. But yeah, like you said, you would completely assume this is going to 3-3 here. NiP fighting back after the pistol round.
Hit through that smoke as well at the mid window. Doesn't do damage initially. The second one does to Adren. He goes down to 71 with no armor. It was quite a distance away, but now they're just going to slaughter them walking up middle. The AKs do all of the work. The catwalk push that tried to come in secondary from Fugly, it's dropped as well. And Forrest to hunt out the last remaining player. It's still Adren who's been sitting in that window the entire time. Surely to go down any second. Now his spots his gun. Yeah, good best.
It's a nice clinical round there from NiP. Like I said, not really much to talk about there when you have nothing to play over at all, but apart from a few P250s, it's not going to amount to much. You can see the money still isn't great in the Team Liquid camp. They will not have an AWP this round. So it's going to be full rifle setup. I'd assume they're going to be a little bit more passive this time. The aggression will be predicted by NiP for now, and they've got Alu on the AWP. He's got a decent spawn as well. He goes straight towards middle. Let's see what Team Liquid bring to the table this time. Looks like NiP setting themselves up for yet another A execute here. 4 players committed. There's going to be 1 player towards middle, which is Alu with the AWP. So we'll be holding for flanks, watching rotating players. It looks like NiP are not going to waste any time here and going straight in.
This gets the entry as well. That's Hiko, so he is looking to play toward that shadow position. He's going to have to be a little bit more careful than that. Elige's just going to hug this smoke. Slight gap. We'll see if it favors. Last time it worked against them, but he turns back and finds Get Right, who managed to jump over and get in the corner, not spot Elige down below. And good awareness from Elige. Unfortunately, in the end, he is traded by Exist, and with the bomb down, it is another big advantage for NiP to work with in this situation. And Liquid are forced to hide and save guns already.
This is much better from NiP. Normally on this kind of map, they play very slow picks, and they're quite stifled on their T-side play. But this is like nice, loose, convincing play from them. They're choosing their sides, they're being decisive in their actions, getting in and taking down the frags, utilizing the talent they have in the lineup, and actually getting in and just taking down headshots. That's 3 really nice kills. Exist once again, stepping up huge. Don't really rely on him to be the entry frag. We normally talk about that being Freiburg, but Exist having a hell of a game here, keeping the dream for NiP alive in this major. Nitro and Fugly will save their rifles. This could be beneficial to the next round. Maybe a wallbang coming in, not quite kill him there, but there we go, 4 plays 3 now, and the Team Liquid have a difficult decision. So they have the option to force buy into this one and try and utilize the rifles they have, or they have to go for the eco with some upgraded pistols, and it looks like they'll be doing the latter. Elige buying up the Desert Eagle there. Just need to build up a bankroll here. CT economy can fall away from you so quickly if you're not careful. So NiP get aware of this situation. They know save 2 guns, but look at this aggression coming in from Liquid. They'll be pushing straight up mid. NiP have got the players there to counter it though.
Fugly's going to take Freiburg, so this push coming out from Liquid looks to be okay until it goes back against them. Nitro's initial trade kill gave them the advantage. What a shot from Forrest! He absolutely tears the head off Elige with a single tap of the AK-47, and now NiP another great advantage. It's traded back. Hiko with the pistol will bring it down to a 2-on-2, but no kits, and they have to go back toward this B site just to attempt the defuse. Should they even get that far? Hiko's managed to pick up an M4. Is that an invitation to hold on to it because they aren't putting pressure on the utilities from Get Right? It's just impossible to get through.
This is the right decision to make. They got some kills down there, affected the economy of the T's, but they're not going to win that round. They've managed to pick up an AWP after taking down Alu and getting the M4 on Hiko as well. That's actually beneficial to them. They've upgraded one of the M4s to an AWP, keep those guys alive, and that's actually a decent round for them considering the circumstances. So another round on the board for NiP, but Team Liquid definitely benefiting in terms of the money here, and they should be able to give them a nice healthy position as we go into round number 9 now. So you look at their money, right? They're going to be able to buy for at least a couple of rounds now. So NiP, this is the round I'd like to see them just go towards B. They maybe do a little fake towards A, send someone like Exist in by themselves, try and cause that distraction, bring players over, make it look like a mirror of exactly what was going on before, and then they're kind of split between B from underpass to see which approach they go for this time.
With the Dread on the op, on the CT side, he's been called out. Okay, this is exactly what I was going to mention, that he's been smoked off in the window. He's known for being a little bit stagnant and not overly aggressive with the AWP. I would have liked to see him drop out, and that time he did. He tried to get that early pick. It amounted to nothing. He comes back through the connector, and he'll stay safe on A, but it's good to see that he's willing to take those chances because Adren often doesn't, and he's going to need to in this game and the way things are going. So Nitro will play it on Catwalk. He'll be the one at the corner. Gets a call from his teammate. They might be pushing through those B apartments, and there is one player selling that right now. That's Exist inside, so they're trying to set the crossfire, but now they've got problems because they've given up Catwalk and doing it. They've gone for the boost on the cobblestone corner there. At the elbow, that's Alu, as we see it now, and he's going to find Fugly after clearing the angles, walking in, and now, again, it's going to have to be a really tough task just to hold on to the bomb site. It's Nitro inside. He'll find Alu first. Adren's come over. Now the op comes into play, and Nitro, oh, he needed that frag. That might actually shift the entire round back to NiP. Freiburg getting that kill will allow the bomb to walk in, and although it remains 3-on-3, Liquid has no more control of that site. They've got to play an entirely retake-based round here, and it's going to be a Dren that rotates back to a Catwalk. That's a long way to go for him. He's going to be late to the play. They have to wait just to get that AWP in play. Get Right's going to find Elise pushing through the smoke, and they know exactly where Hiko now is coming from, and that's going to close it.
He's just having a hell of a game here. Once that bomb goes down on that B side, it's a 3-on-3 situation like that, especially when the CT players have an AWP and no utility to actually utilize there. It's really difficult to retake those kind of bomb sites, especially against a high-fragging, on-fire team right now as NiP. They seem like everyone's actually turning up. Forest and Exist especially, people hitting their shots, and this is exactly what we wanted to see from NiP. But Liquid, like I said, the money still pretty strong for them. So AWP out once again from Adren. He's had a reasonable game so far, found a couple of key picks there, but NiP going for this A play once again. They're really relying on set pieces here. It seems like that's not traditional play from them, but Adren gets the better of Alu there. And finally, after the pistol, seems like Liquid have the advantage going into this one.
And Adren's looking comfortable. This is good. Again, he switches his position, gets a little bit more aggressive than he normally does. Hiko's going to get back to Shadow, so they're into a default setup now with the man advantage. We'll see if they can hold it, but again, Exist has been on fire. It's Freiburg that wants to lead the charge this time. He's toward Tetris already, which means they can limit Hiko. The Molotov's going to force him out of position, but they're not waiting for it. All they need to do is keep Forrest's attention toward the top of the ladder. Instead, he looks at CT stairs, and he actually gives his life away in the process, but there's Exist to get back into it. It's going to be Adren with one more kill. It's a trade, gives them the advantage for Liquid through the smoke. He'll find Freiburg as well, and Adren is stepping up when he needs to. It's down to Get Right 1 versus 3, and Adren is still lurking in the wings with this AWP. Get Right's picked up that of his deceased teammate. It's Alu's gun that will take down Nitro. Gives up his position, but with time, 41 seconds and the bomb now recovered, he's able to basically dictate the round at this point.
This is Gerai's bread and butter right now. He's got time to play with. He knows he's getting the minds of the CT players. Adren with 3 kills this round, definitely feeling confident in this. He's still in an advantageous position, is aware that Gerai may be going towards Palace here. So let's see how this one unfolds. The CT's allowing him to get out to the site if he wants to. Adren needs to be careful. He's not really watching the apartments full time right now.
It's a decent play as well to stick together like this, where they're not overcommitting to either side. They're not entirely thinning themselves to multiple one-on-one situations. They know now the bomb's going to go down. Like you said, they've given that up for this reason. And we saw Gerai go back to this AK. He's setting up for the post-plant position toward Tetris. He's given himself a great chance here. He's been able to get all the way over into this position without being spotted. Adren, he's still firing toward Palace, just checking the angles, pre-firing each corner. He's going to give himself up, walks out, but still hits the kill. That's 4 in the round. And Adren with the AWP, it's not often we say it, but when he shows up, it can be an absolute game changer.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit of a meme with Adren with the AWP. People think he can't perform at this sort of level, but that was a fantastic round from him. Key pick at the start of the round, taking down Alu, and then gets 3 more as well. Really calm play from the CT. He's allowing Gerai to plant the bomb. They made sure they worked together and made it a 2-on-1 situation instead of 2 1-on-1. So really nice players. The replay from Adren just there. And just the last kill there to finish things off. So fantastic stuff from them. That's the 4th round on the board from them. Obviously, NiP with 6 in a row will be able to buy back up into this one. So this may be the fake we were looking for. The bomb is towards A. Adren going to be looking towards middle. He will find some players there. Not able to spot them though just yet, as NiP do gain mid control.
I'm going to leave it to Adren to try and address that situation, but like you say, they're going to have to absolutely walk up mid. Whether they can get through that connector afterwards is up for debate. And Forrest, he's going to take the initiative, gets up on top of the ledge, so he's used that smoke to his advantage. And Adren not able to find either of the players that have now entered in, has fallen back further. This is going to be a solid A split. They've got great positioning. Again, he goes in shadow, so look for him to try and at least get one on the entry. He's going to have to in this situation, but Elige has to be even more careful because he has to hug that box. If he even shows his buttocks, he'll get shot down, and that's exactly what happens as Forrest is able to find him. Follows up with Nitro inside jungle. Fugly getting only 1 in return. We'll go down to Forrest as well. So 3 kills for Forrest, and Gerai knows exactly where Hiko's hanging out.
Yeah, really nice utilization of mid control there. Once you realize you've got control of something like middle, it means that A split becomes so viable. You saw the smoke towards connector there. Most people would use that to go up towards short. NiP utilizing that one to actually just flash over the top of the wall, get through, and take down the AWP. They knew Adren was playing around that position. He had the full back, and they get the opening frags. And it's so nice when you send 3 people for in that position as well. It means you can go frag for frag. But in that instance, they didn't even need that one. The bad news is for Liquid now. Obviously, after winning that last round, they've reset their money bonus. They're going to be on $1,400 going into this round. So P250s, a USP on Fugly as well. So this could mean a double eco potentially. Looking at their money right now, they won't be able to buy up at all next round unless it was a complete force. So NiP definitely aware of this situation, and this is a great opportunity for them to get themselves into a fantastic position considering on the T side of Mirage here.
More battle toward that connection point. This is going to be something Liquid need to address, this mid-pressure. It's normally their A that's an issue right now, and NiP here dictating whichever site they want just by forcing Liquid so far back. And obviously this time with pistols, it's not like they gave themselves much of a fighting chance, as Freiburg and Forrest will collect the shuffling defenders inside the site, but it's definitely been a repetitive trend they need to address. Again, we saw them push the round with the rifles where Nitro ran up. He was actually traded. It came back and favored Forrest, who got a brilliant shot on window immediately after. And then we saw Adren look with the AWP. So they've done it twice to try and address the situation, but both times it didn't really pay off.
So let's see where we go with this one then. It looks like Liquid will be taking the double eco on the chin, right? So they had the opportunity to go with Famous System rifles, but the way NiP are playing right now, they need the Molotovs, they need the smoke grenades. It needs to be a hold out NiP for as long as possible. They're emphatic right now. It's going into bomb sites however they like. So the push-up middle will come in. Nitro leading the charge with the CZ. Will be able to take, not quite. Forrest takes out the lead with the Molotov though. And now it's the 5-on-3 in favor of NiP.
That Nitro goes down. 3 HP is what he left Freiburg with. That second flash came in to help him, but it actually blinded him enough that he couldn't conclude the kill. But look at Hiko. He's managed to slip up behind them. He actually took down one player and actually assisted on a Dren's kill. Made it a little bit interesting, but now it's NiP with 9 rounds on the T side of Mirage.
Yeah, great position for them to be in. Obviously, winning the pistol always helps, but NiP... Oh, sorry, Liquid on the pistol.
Yes.
So that's actually fantastic for them, is what I meant. So Liquid winning the pistol and actually only winning 1 gun round so far. That's pretty huge for NiP to bounce back in this fashion. So Adren once again with the AWP. I'd like to see him take the game into his own hands. This time he will be going towards the window. He's going to be smoked out for now. NiP, looks like they will be sending the bomb towards the B apartments this time. Ugly waiting for them. Should be able to smoke them off and slow down the play, at least for a little bit.
And this time they haven't put as much pressure toward that mid position. They've gone the underpass route instead. We haven't actually seen them. They haven't needed to go that underpass route to sneak into lower mid yet.
They've been very decisive on their tactics so far. That's not something we normally see from NiP. Actually choosing something to do and then going straight in with it and sticking with it. That's a fantastic shot from Adren, though. Lucky to stay alive on 2 HP there, but will get away with it. At least that's disappointed to see from him. After getting that first pick, you probably want to leave it in a 5-on-4 situation, take the advantage, fall back to the bomb site and make the terrorist work for it. But at least a little bit sloppy there. Adren on 2 HP as well. I'd actually favor this towards the terrorist now, considering the CTs are looking so thin.
This is big, though. Fugly comes around, pushes up, gets information in apartments at B, sneaks into underpass, catches Get Right, and spots bomb. Now, they'll be able to easily grab that, as we see from Alloy's perspective, but by giving them back the man advantage and the information that they're not on B, they can get a better setup on A. It is very passive, mind you. 2 players toward these CT stairs, one of which is Adren, and as you mentioned, he's got that 2 HP with the AWP. Has to pick his time, bide his opportunity, manages to find Freiberg. This will almost close the round. They just need to make sure they work in tandem here, and they're going to go for another flank. Watch Fugly again. He doesn't even need to come into it. He was working all the way around through T-spawn.
So after getting to that 4-on-4 situation, we said the CTs had the advantage there, but the T's had the advantage there, but Fugly, like you said, coming in with that huge flank there, that's just great reaction to what was going on to the situation. He faced towards the apartments, took that gut instinct to push into it, and that was actually what locked it down. Fantastic shot to open it up from Adren on his screens there. Get Right taking down a lead, but Fugly with this reactive play, that's so good. When you lose one position of the map, you need to be coming in and reacting to it, and that play alone saved the day for Team Liquid and actually capitalized on that one. We go to round number 15 now. Still healthy buys on both teams. The difference is for Liquid, they have the double AWP set up this time. Nitro going aggressive onto short, spotting towards mid. He'll be able to give the call off. Nothing's there whatsoever. And looks like that set piece once again from NiP going towards the A bomb side.
Really good execution, that wall of smoke. Hiko, again, this is one of the things that he's brought to this particular map for Liquid, is that he does play forward on the A site, but he's alone right now. He's got to be so careful, and there's a player directly to his adjacent right on the other side, a firebox. They've not yet spotted him, but it will be Freiberg that gets back through the smoke, and well, that commenced.
Ooh.
His teammate also went down. Follow that up, Elige is in the grave as well, and it will be looking like NiP could take 10 rounds on the T side with just 2 Liquid players remaining. And they're slowly evaporating as well, but Fugly does get back. He finds Exist. That'll slow down the bomb plant slightly. Won't matter. NiP close it, and it will be 10 rounds.
I'm really impressed with NiP. Yesterday, we said they looked static. They weren't really sure what their approach was. This time, I actually like it, though. Although it was based off a lot of executions from the start of the round, which normally isn't advised. You normally want to go and see game map control and then go into the play. I think this actually benefits NiP. They're actually able to utilize their big fraggers. Exist and Forest really have found their confidence today, and it seems like that's working out for them. Just having a set plan, giving them opportunity. They know which area is going to be smoked off. In the previous tournaments, we've just seen them trying to work picks, not really doing anything too technical in terms of like actual smoke grenades. And that was a problem yesterday as well. Now they've kind of bounced back, a different game plan, and it's working out fantastically for them. That's a really good half. Like I said before, after losing the pistol and getting 10 rounds on the T side of Mirage, that's absolutely huge for them. There's a scoreboard on your screen right now. Forest and Exist leading the charge there for sure. Alu having a pretty quiet day in the office, didn't really have too much impact of his AWP. I'd say Adren actually won most of the battles there, but what do you need to do when Forest is playing that big?
Well, there's also not often times that you can look directly at a scoreboard and paint the picture of what's happened in the match.
Sure.
But in this case, with Exist getting that many kills, and we saw him walking to A, and Hiko being that low on frags, that just shows you they won that entry every single time they went to A.
That's actually a really important factor as well. Hiko, you normally expect on this map to be stepping up, and on A bomb side, that's where most of the attacks are coming in. That's where he plays. We expect him to be one of the headline acts on this map, and he really didn't show up. He only got 5 frags total. It was more like Adren and Fugly really actually impressing us, and with the intelligent plays really, Fugly, especially with that round pushing from B. But yeah, like you said, Hiko, disappointing half from him considering most of the attention went towards the A bomb side. But 20 seconds.
In part due to the fact that he was isolated quite well by NiP. Again, it's better than what they used to be for Liquid in a lot of situations where you go back to that flip side loss against in the qualifier for Katowice, where they just got smoked out and wouldn't even go for a retake until they were all there, and it was just they never gave themselves a fighting chance. It's at least having Hiko forward has solved some of those problems if he gets a trade kill on entry, but that's the point. He has to get those kills on the entry. He has to at least give his team a chance. If he goes down, he's got to get 1, if not 2.
I would have preferred to see more aggression from Liquid that half, though. They did it 1 round, I think it was on the first gun round. I'd like to see more of that, pushing up middle, maybe some underpass play and stuff like that. It seemed like they were afraid to do that, but here we go. Then we go into the second half. It is NiP on the CT side with 10 rounds. A must-win pistol for Liquid, it feels like. Going for full sets of armor here. That's kind of unorthodox. You normally want one utility player on this map. Maybe going for a straight-up B split here by the looks of the setup so far. And NiP get right with the Julies as well. One of his more favoured weapons.
This nade, almost perfect timing. Won't do quite as much damage as it looked like it initially would, but Forrest gets the head off of Hiko with the USP. They're going to commit to this regardless because Elige has managed to sneak down catwalk, get past the player playing at connector and toward the site. He's got Freiburg down now as well, but it's all left to just poor old Nitro and Adren. Good pickup by a Nitro to try and allow them to get the bomb plant, but they still have to contend with the fact that Alu has made it inside the site. They've spotted him up, 7 HP. He'll go down in the end. And they're playing on the perimeter. It's going to be 2 versus 2. Liquid, they've pulled it back, but Get Right's come around. He's got a good position right now inside of apartments. And they still can't get this bomb planted. There's lots of time to work with. The problem is, unless they get the next pick here, they may not find that opportunity because NiP are just waiting for it at this point. They've got themselves already on the site and don't even need to commit. So cleverness here from Liquid. They look to the only escape route they have, and they may just be able to get up catwalk and out of here.
Yeah, it's just actually a really nice play from Liquid. They know Get Right stuck in the B apartments now. If they make their way to A as quickly as possible, it's only going to be one player waiting for them. Exist rotates. He needs to go big here, but Nitro takes him down, and that's a fantastic pick to get the bomb down this situation. Got to leave Get Right with a massive mountain to climb. Got the dual elites in hand. I'm not really sure whether he's got a chance going into this one. Adren facing, though. That's an audacious play from him.
He's still searching for it. Can't spot Adren. Now he sees his head. That was a brilliant shot. 2 pixels to fire at, I'm sure, and he probably split them as he looks now to try and bait out Nitro by tapping on the bomb. Not sure where he is. Looks at Palace, spots him now on A, but he doesn't have a whole lot of time to work with that kit, though. He may hold this all the way through. Nitro's not going to peek. What a shot, though, from Nitro! And that round was very back and forth.
1 second remaining. 1 bullet. Nitro had to hit the headshot, and somehow he pulls it off. That's absolutely massive. Really intelligent play there from Liquid to even get the bomb down. Get Right, almost looking certain to defuse that bomb. It took like milliseconds before the bomb would have been defused, and that's a crazy round. This was interesting from Adren. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mistake from him to assume he wouldn't be get shot in that situation, but this is the shot I wanted to see. Nitro, fantastic stuff. Timed to perfection. 5 seconds, of course, to defuse, and he worked it out perfectly. So here we go. Then we go into round number 17. 10 plays 6 in favor of NiP. They are going to be on the force by this time. Desert Eagles coming out for Freiburg and Forest. So never discount them out of these sort of rounds. Obviously, pistol masters in their own right. Liquid have 1 recon player in terms of Adren. They have got some small amount of utility. 2 smoke grenades. I would assume they're going to try and go towards the A bomb site. Send Adren in first by smoking off CT spawn, maybe smoking off steps, and seeing whether they can find a stack here. NiP with 3 players towards A right now.
What can Hiko do on the T side? Claim his territory in A, perhaps with a better result. Galil already out. Get Right, as we can see, is posted up outside the doorway as soon as he arrives. And they are starting to stack up on that A ramp as well. It's Exist that waits there. Get Right sense falling down as Adren. He took the initial peek with the MAC-10. He's got the SMG, so he'll go on the recon. But Nitro's made it all the way on to at least Tetris. Slow and passive right now, though. They don't want to take any chances. They don't want to run into a potential stack. There are 3 on the A site, but it's not necessarily the most opportunistic positions, although Get Right manages to pull it back. Fugly and Adren go down, and that drops the bomb as well. They've got control of it until Hiko arrives. He'll pull it back slightly, all the while Elige manages to find a way up connector, and it's left to Freiburg. The Deagle's not going to be enough.
Back and forth round there. Like you said, Team Liquid with a really nice methodical approach to the A bomb side. We thought that would be very clean from them, even though the NiP stack was there. Get Right lurking in the shadows, comes out, finds 2 frags. Wasn't quite enough there. Freiburg potentially had an opportunity to win that round had he landed one of those Deagle headshots. But here we go. The replay on your screen right there. Get Right just comes out. 5-7 in play. Obviously now it's going to mean NiP pretty much on a full eco. Interesting enough though, Freiburg and Forest bringing out the Zeus, a weapon we thought was dead and gone after the recent nerf, but they're going to give it a go anyway. It'll be interesting to see whether they can make that work. Seems like Liquid will be making their way towards middle, and they have 1 player towards Palace as well, which will be Hiko. Full B stack coming in from NiP.
We're going to leave Fugly to his devices. He should be able to figure this out as well. It's his job to make sure they make the right call. And he's definitely spotted Freiburg. How much further does he want to go? Regardless, his teammates are now investigating on the A site. They should walk in. This is going to be another round for Liquid. Absolutely. Standard, not surprising. And we'll get the guns out in the next one. We'll see if NiP can hold on to what will now only be a 2-round lead once this is finished. Hopefully does at least find Forest.
At this point, NiP obviously haven't invested anything into the round at all already. They might as well try and take some guns off. If they can get a couple of kills and just stay alive with the AKs, that'd be fantastic for their money. Let's see how the approach is on. Nitro just waiting there in CT spawn. He is one of the players with their back tens there, so he can afford to go for some kills. He just spots 3 CTs waiting for him in the kitchen there. We'll be trying to fall back and reload and call for him for some backup here from his teammates.
Good shot, Nitro. Close to getting that money, baby with the Mac-10. 3 kills for him in a row. Freiburg eventually will put him down, but return on investment's already been well worth it. And again, like we say, this round has been over for a while. It's going to be Liquid on 8 rounds now, but NiP, they'll bring the guns out. And what approach do they take? Do they get aggressive early or just try and cushion the lead here?
Well, considering the buy they've got right now, I would assume they're going to get Alu. Well, Alu has got the AWP.
He's got the AWP, yeah.
I thought they'd go for the rifles in this one. I thought they were going to go for that aggression. They haven't got a single kit here, which does suggest they need to make something happen early. They can't allow an execution to come in, like onto A, what we saw from NiP in the first half. If the bomb goes down, they're forced to a post-1 situation. It's going to make it very stressful and very chaotic to try and hold that one off. But Alu, here we go, facing towards the top of mid, trying to see what he can find here. Looks like Liquid may be opting to go for the other A execution. We just speculated about. If they do get the bomb down, this could be a nightmare situation for NiP.
Passive hold, get right back to CT. Initial aggression toward the front of the site. It's faded back toward the jungle area. Where this plays close quarters with Alu, who's got his attention turned on to Palace. That's where the bomb is. They want this A position. They haven't done much investigation toward mid. It's pretty much going to be a standard A hit right now. On the front of the site, last player to join in will be Fugly. He's arrived now, and surely when these smokes land, they will go. And Alu, he's not going to have that position to fire into. He doesn't even get to stick around to fire an empty shot toward the shell of the door because they flashed him out of it. That allows Nitro to walk up over top of Tetris. He makes the jump, gets the kill, and Alu can't commence the trade as he falls back now through the vents to take a different approach at CT stairs. That's where Get Right is as well. Him holding that position gives them a bit of a chance to stop this bomb plant, but they've since lost it. And Fugly's now going to take Alu in that rotation. Nitro cleverly waits in the corner, and Freiburg will die as well. It's 1 round the difference.
Really nice execution there from Liquid. That double team, Elige and Nitro as well. They are so strong together to getting these entry frags. Such a nice little duo going to bomb sites. Simple smokes going down. Just had to smoke off CT spawn, and I think they actually smoke off Sandwich intentionally themselves just to kind of eradicate that being a risk. So it means they can go into the bomb site and just work on the frags going in. It was actually really well executed. So it'll be devastating to NiP's economy. You can see now they will be on pistols once more. That's actually 4 in a row for Team Liquid this half, so they're looking really strong and looking to get back into this one. You'd assume he's going to get tied up after this round, going to 10-10. This is exactly the series we were expecting this one. So many storylines into this one. And we must remember, whoever loses this game will be out of the major, so everything on the line right now.
Nitro's going to pop flash in, check ladder room. There is Forrest waiting above. Spots him up, but you can't yet land the shots, and eventually he'll just climb his way up to make sure he puts down Forrest. The pistols so far not really achieving anything. In fact, minimal damage onto Nitro, and that's it. Finally, they will get 1, make it 2 now. Great shot from Freiburg, dropping bomb. But sadly, they've just got so much firepower and position on top of NiP that it, aside from economic damage, won't do much. It's Get Right left in a 1-on-3. No utilities to work with. P250 in hand. He's just going to check to make sure there's no one lurking and waiting for his arrival. And he may do the same and wait for their exit.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. If he can find an AK and survive, that would be fantastic. One thing to note so far, 5 rounds deep into the second half, Alu yet to get a single kill here. We need him to start stepping up on this CT side if NiP want to make sure they maintain this current lead for them, but obviously going to go towards 10-10 now. Liquid know they have the economy in their favor.
That's actually a really good point, and they talked about this on the analyst desk as well, is the fact that Alu, as Nitro will get right, they won't be able to drop any more guns. It would have been a small victory for NiP, but Alu, and Natsu, his coach potentially, brought over a revitalized Mirage. He's one of the reasons that NiP got better on this map, so with him only on 5 kills right now, that is pretty impressive. This is an all-in right now.
Their T side was much better, but yes, you're absolutely right. 3 snipers coming out, Get Right, running the auto sniper, Forrest with an AWP, Alu with an AWP. They are definitely all in. A change of strategy here. Going to bring it to the table and see what they can do with it. Liquid changing up their play as well. Looks like they'll be favouring towards mid and B, but let's see how this works out for NiP. Obviously have to play very far back for this setup to work for them. Let's see what they can do with it. Forrest will be facing towards the top of mid, trying to gain any info there, but he's going to be smoked out, but the smoke's not great. Elige goes down, and that's the first pick going in favor of NiP. Now they can afford to fall back and wait for the T's to come to them.
They do still have Nitro trying to control that underpass play to get toward connector. They are going to check it now, though, as Exist puts himself in position to do so. He's already spotted Nitro's shoulder. He just needs to contain him, hold him still, and in fact, he does better than that. Takes his head clean off. It's Freiburg to follow up, so the rifles now go to work after the initial pick from the AWP. Again, very heavy investment from NiP. This could have tilted them. If Liquid could have picked up this round, it might have been the start of something, but now they've got to claw them back into a 2 versus 5. It's Hiko and Adren to do it. Hiko has the AK. They may actually... I'm going to play it slow and try and get picks. I was going to say they may actually sit back and go for the save, but they've got decent money on Hiko, so they actually can afford to go for this because he can drop out.
They know that the investment NiP have made, if they can find a few kills here, that's going to be huge. But get right, lovely headshot, making it 2. Takes down Adren and Hiko there to finish the round off. And that's really nice round there from NiP. Forrest taking matters into his own hand. He said, Alu, you know what? I'll go for the aggressive fake here. I'll be the mobile Orber here. Alu looking a little bit... lackluster in the second half, but Forrest finding that first kill really did open it up and took the game towards Liquid here. Just replay on his screen of that nice little auto sniper play from Get Right here to finish things off. Definitely a very viable weapon on this map. Obviously a lot of smoke play coming in means you have the ability to spam through and predict where the T is going to be. Looks like a full set piece from Liquid coming in here. 5 players committed towards the A side of the map. They have fully bought into this. 5 rifles this time though. Forrest pushing off short once again. They'll be gaining info soon. They're going to realise nothing is presented towards middle whatsoever.
Here we go. Full execution. Smokes are down. AKs are out. Get Right. He's still got that auto sniper, so he's going to spray in with it. Brilliant position from Exist if they don't check this, but Fugly's waiting for that smoke. He just wants to get the shot, but when he walks through, he's spotted. Good bait. He actually gets away from that. This pulls Exist attention to Elise, but he still can't walk out to get the trade. Fortunately, the Molotov takes him low enough. And they followed this up. Liquid actually have the lead right now by 1 man. It's a 4-on-3. Still, though, Bomb not in a great position to get planted. Stuck in behind the firebox right now. Fugly, he hasn't even made it out of Palace. And the problem is that the utilities are gone for Liquid. That slight window of opportunity to use them in their favor just worked out for a few trades, but they're locked out of the sight still. They've just got 2 flashes on Fugly. That's it.
Yeah, so that's the problem. When you have an AWP looking down and you need to plant in the open here. Nitro stuck behind the bomb side there. He needs to make his way around and somehow find a bomb plant here. They need to find a kill, basically. Let's do all they can do with this. Adren hunting now, and that's going to help. Nitro and Adren get both of them. Freiburg chimes back in, but somehow Liquid find a way to win that run. That's fantastic from them. It looked like they were locked out there, deciding not to go for the bomb plant, and the objective just going to go straight in for the kills there. And that's actually pretty massive in the terms of the economy now. You can see Alu on 3k, still yet to get a kill this half. And looking pretty weak here because they go for a force buy, the Max 7 and Famouses.
That play as well all came from Adren being able to push past Sandwich. Once she made it the stairs, he therefore knew he could take Forest and he couldn't pick onto Palace. That then allowed Nitro to walk out, and that's where they got the second pick. So really good team sequence there. We saw them just be patient and wait for that play to just work in their favor.
We'll be interested to see how this round goes down. This is a huge investment from NiP, potentially looking down the barrel of a double eco. If they do lose this one, they have gone for the Famouses. Max 7 on to Get Right, but we know what kind of damage he can inflict with that. So Liquid aware of this economical situation, the deficit for NiP, so they're going to be playing a lot slower this time, just trying to feel out the map. You can see once again it's going to be Fugly towards the B side of the match. See if you can just work out where there is a stack towards B, but going very slowly this time, making sure they use all the time they have available. Yeah,
I'm curious to see what information he can garner this time, because right now, and they are going back over with him toward the bomb, because he is getting closer and closer to that B site. There is a 3-man pressure presence on A, along with a man in a quick rotation spot from ladder. So this might be the better call for Team Liquid.
So we've got Adren in Palace here. This could be a little bit risky. If he goes down and gives an AWP away, that's a big loss for them. He's going to be by himself right now. Does get flashed over by his teammate, but he chooses to opt out right now.
Adren's going to have to take this battle.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Gone, but the good news is that won't affect too much in the play. In fact, it may just hold them on A longer because they don't have the information yet on B. Now they do. Trying to fire through the canopy, but Forrest waits below it. Freiburg does finally pick one up. He takes Fugly, but the trades have come out. It's going to be a Liege to get back into the last one until Exist gets the kill, and now it's a 3 versus 1. He'd go to clutch it out. We've seen him in these situations so many times, but the problem is he's only got 18 seconds, and the bomb is down on the site. There's no way he's going to get away this time.
I really wasn't sure what the idea was. I called it just before it happened. Like, if Adren goes down there, it's pretty much round over. They're forced to go into B after that point. The call came in. Okay, they're definitely not coming A. Adren doesn't need to be in that situation by himself. It's not really like he can do much with that. And the risk is so high there. But there we go. Get Right, making that Max 7 really work and actually giving the round towards NiP, and that's a massive one for them to win. You can see the money comes back into it. Alu with the AWP once more, and now it's Liquid's turn to force into it. You can see one of the players, Liege, just going to be on the Tech 9 there, and they haven't got quite the utility they had before. They have got smokes, but not much in terms of Molotovs. Forrest going aggressive once more, onto short, going to be bringing the party towards Liquid there. They rotate through T-score.
Get Right's got that shotgun again, blinded when he tries to take the shot toward Tetris, so just missing his intended target. He'll do so the second time as well, but leave Alu there. He finally gets the lead with the AWP. Again, it's a man advantage early for NiP. That won't stop Liquid, though. They still want into this B site. They've managed at least to push into the corner. This is good positioning, because now they can set up a crossfire in the site. And the bomb, although yet to cross, will have a great chance to be planted. They take down Exist as well. Fugly's going to push even further forward. And it is fully locked out now. NiP, it's going to be a full retake. Bomb is down. Nade from Fugly, that'll do additional damage to Alu. Not much, though. He only goes down 10 HP from that. Leaves him up 31 AWP up close, and he walks back in. It's the boom boom stick up that close, and Fugly can do nothing. Get right as well, as the shotgun comes into it, and it's going to play a huge role in this round.
The last 2 rounds, in fact, yeah, that's absolutely massive from Get Right. It seemed like it was almost the perfect strategy from Liquid. They did the fake towards A, one player going in, finding a frag, and it looked like CTs were falling for it as well, as the players rotated for T-spawn, got into the B bomb site, put that huge Max 7 play towards the end there. We can see it on your screens right now. Comes out the B apartments, takes down 2 players, and just settles around there and then. Hiko in a great position to win that clutch, but Get Right locks him out. And like I said, the force buy last round means they will be on Eco this time. They will be getting some P250s and Tech 9s, but no utility whatsoever. It's just almost a throwaway round. They have no real way to get onto the bomb side. So, going to send 4 players towards A. It's going to be Nitro the top and middle here. And I think NiP just scouting for info towards the top and mid. Nitro's going to be pushing through that smoke as well. Or I should be able to deal with him momentarily.
Additional smoke as well to buy more time. And this is the difference between what Liquid was doing. It's 2 men forward in the A site, so it's not just Get Right, which was Hiko when it was the other role, on the other half. He's got a better support system and exists as we see it now from Sandwich. And although they'll try and set this crossfire, Hiko's going to walk out. They haven't yet spotted him. I'm surprised they haven't. He actually takes Get Right. That was a clean kill, an easy shot for Exist, and somehow he gets preoccupied in the corner. He'll make up for it. In fact, excuse me, heavily so, as he gets 3 kills.
Are you okay, Matt?
I'm all right. Thank you for asking. I will survive.
Good. Wow. Nice clean round there for NiP. Obviously lost a couple of frags, but no real danger of losing the round here. We're going to round number 26. It's NiP 14, Team Liquid 11. Nitro, considering his buy right now, they will be going for the full rifles, full utility once again. Interesting to see where they go with this. Looks like they won't be going towards that AXQ once again, which worked out for them. It's going to be Ali with the LEWP still. And it looks like some mid-aggression coming in. I really like this. Big part of the match, and Exist showing no mercy here, going straight towards the top of middle. Ali will be backing him up as well.
And this is do or die for Team Liquid. It was so close a few rounds ago for them to be pulling it out from under NiP, to breaking the economy. Now they essentially have to win this round to give them a chance. Trade, it was favoring Nitro, but that's even bigger. Forrest gets 2 to give them a heavy lead, a 1-man lead, but a heavy positional lead. In the fact that now Hiko, he's split. He needs this duel. If Get Right takes him down, the round is essentially over. Bomb is quickly rotating and trying to get in position with Fugly. They'll pinch toward this ramp, but Get Right's heard him coming. And if Fugly's not ready for it, the shotgun again from Get Right is going to take the bomb down. And Hiko, he's left in yet another 1-on-3. This time, more time to work with, but no position. Forrest closes it, and it will be map and tournament point if you're Liquid in the wrong kind of way, but map point for NiP.
Yeah, absolutely. Considering the money they have as well, about 3k average across the board, they have no choice here but to force buy into. We can see Elise coming in with the Galil, and scouts being purchased for Adren as well. This play from Forrest is so perfect. The fact that Alu died, that actually worked in NiP's favor, because they knew Exist was the top and middle as well. Forrest is able to clear up from the window, and that's a fantastic round from NiP to win. Get Right with that Mag 7 once again. He's going to be changing up, going for the P90 this time, so he's using all the exotic weapons, going no mercy towards the smoke. Does some damage to onto Fugly as well, but here we come. It looks like the execution coming in from Team Liquid now.
And they've gotten in quick as well. The Tetris Exist blinded up, had absolutely no idea that Elise slipped beside him, but now it's Get Right. This time with the SMG is able to take down Hiko, spots back out, but Fugly's there. And this is actually looking okay for Liquid until Alu shows up, because now they're on low HP and they've yet to cross over. It's just going to be a slaughter. It's absolutely going to be NiP. Last man remaining is Nitro. Forrest tries to take his time to line it up, but surely this will do it. And unfortunately for Team Liquid, it was going to be the group of death. Their application to lower the coffin of NiP into the grave has been rejected. They should fight forward for at least another day.
Yeah, still life in the old dog. Yeah, it seems. All the players stepping up today. I'd say the only person who didn't really turn up on the scoreboard is Alu, but Exist, Forrest, and Get Right going absolutely huge today. Nitro, the last man remaining, as we talk over. This can only go one way, really.
Surely it has to.
Surely.
And it's going to be Forrest waiting in a great spot to spot it up, and there it is. It only takes 1 bullet. NiP will play the best of 3 decider matches. They'll survive the first test. And for Liquid, well, group of death was always going to be extremely tough for them.